Well, thank you all for coming today. What I'd like to do today is what I consider to be something that's very, very important in educating psychiatry. Today I have just two simple objectives. One is to relieve a person of the distress from hearing voices. And he's sitting with me here, his name is Mike. And so that is the primary objective, to help this man. But the other objective, the bigger objective, is to record, for educational purposes, an approach that can be used to tackle this problem. It is completely different from what traditional psychiatry. There are three ways I can do this. If we take the situation where you have a therapist and a patient in a one-to-one situation, face-to-face, that is one way of doing it. In order to achieve a good result using this one-to-one relationship, the therapist needs to have certain psychic abilities. He needs to be clairvoyant. He or she needs to be able to communicate with spirit, because we are dealing with a spiritual dimension here. It is suggested by some practitioners that this way of working is the intuitive method. You have the intuitive of the psychic, mediumistic therapist. Now, I'm not mediumistic, I'm not intuitive. I do not see or hear spirit at all. So I can only work one-to-one with the client as completely blind and completely deaf. So the only way I can understand what's going on with them is to ask them, to describe to me what they're experiencing. And you'll see me working this way in just a moment. A second way of working is with the help and advice of a spirit guide, and for that we need to be mediumistic. And here we've got Andrew sitting here. He's the medium, and he's in constant contact with his guide, more than one guide. There are spirit helpers, and he has direct access and can communicate with them directly. So I may need, if I get stuck at any stage, I may need to turn to Andrew and say, what do the guides say? I need some help here. So that's the second way of working. The third way of working, which is very, very, Andrew and I work in this way quite a lot, is called the remote method. And this is where we have no direct contact with the client at all. They're in another space, many, many miles away. And the work is done remotely by clairvoyance and by telepathy. We won't be demonstrating that method today, but we do have here with us some people who have allowed family members to be subjected to this method of treatment, and we will have an opportunity today to listen to what they have to say about that method. So that's what today is about, briefly, and I'm going to end the introduction there and sit down and engage with Mike, who's come along. Now, I don't know very much about Mike yet, apart from the fact that he's an ex-soldier. I want you to describe to me these voices you hear.
Right. These voices, the first time, well, they've been going on for 20 years. The first auditory hallucinations that they're described as was weapons cocking and Morse code. But accompanying that were the voices. Now, on and off, they've been really prevalent. When it got to around the year 2000, there was about 5 or 6 voices that I could hear. I went for a walk one day, and there I was on a canal path, and I could locate by the sound of them whether they were 10 feet to the left, 4 foot to the front, 20 foot behind me. Where these voices were shouting at me, I could actually turn my head knowing whereabouts they were, but I couldn't see couldn't see them. But that's what it was like when it became really apparent, and ever since then I've suffered with them really badly. They are detrimental. They say a lot of negative things about my character and personality, about my life, and they intrude on, even when I'm in my conscious state, my waking moments, by provoking thoughts along lines that I wouldn't normally entertain. So they say a particular word or something, it distracts me from what I'm doing, and then they end up going down the road of negativity that is associated with these voices.
Okay. Do any of these characters with these voices, do they have identities that you're familiar with?
No.
So they're strangers to you?
They're strangers. I have my suspicions. I've come across, being ex-army, I've had colleagues that have died in the past, and I've explored that possibility that it could be them, or people that have been in vicinities with that have died, and it's not.
It's not them.
They just seem strangers.
Nobody you know. They're
Nobody
strangers.
I know. Yeah.
It's like being followed around by a band of strangers.
That's what it's like. It's like being followed around by the paparazzi who are continually going on at you,
And you can't see them.
and I can't see them.
Okay. Do you think any of these owners of these voices would speak to me?
I don't know. That's something.
Would you like me to try and speak to them?
Can try, but I very much doubt it. I'm thinking that I might have to go into some kind of trance where but I don't know whether it's coming from my subconscious state or the voices, so I wouldn't know.
Okay. So you and I are going to do some work now. I'm just going to ask you to focus your attention.
Okay.
All right. And that's the easiest thing in the world to do. And what I want you to do is just focus your attention on your feet on the floor. Right, feet flat on the floor. Feel the firmness of the floor beneath your feet. Put your hands on your lap so I can see your fingers, because I may need to use your fingers later. Don't know yet. And I want you to be aware of the weight of your body in the chair. And just feel comfortable where you are. Now I want you to use your creative imagination and imagine that there are roots extending from the soles of your feet into the floor and through the floor and into the earth. That's right. It may help you if you close your eyes. It helps to focus your attention more easily. So just imagine those roots going down into the earth and connecting with the energy of the planet, so that you're connected with the earth, and feel that energy of the earth coming up those roots and forming a solid platform beneath your feet. You can feel the firmness of the floor beneath your feet, and I want you to feel the connection with the earth beneath your feet, connected and grounded. This is what we call grounding.
Okay.
Now I want you to focus your attention in the middle of your body at your heart center. We have energy centers in the body. We call them chakras. Focus on your heart center. And in there is your inner light. I want you to connect with your inner light. And I want you to visualize it. I want you to imagine the heart center opening like the petals of a flower. Imagine a lotus flower opening, so that the light shines forward and backwards, out through the front of your body, out through the back of your body. And now move down to your solar plexus, and there's another chakra there. There's another energy center, and just imagine, if you like, that energy center opening and the light moving from the heart down into the solar plexus, and then down further into the sacral region, into the lower parts of your body. There's another energy center there, the sacral chakra. And allow that energy from the heart center to pass all the way through, all the way down through the bottom, and connecting with the earth through your feet. Moving up now through the body, back to the heart chakra, moving up to the throat, opening the throat chakra, and up to the forehead, opening the lotus petals in the third eye, and then the crown chakra opening. There's an opening in the top of your head. And I just want you to imagine, if you can, and visualize a beam of light coming from above you, passing down through the top of your head and down through all those energy centers, right the way through your body, down through into the earth beneath your feet, so that you are connected between the light above and the earth below. Now I just want you to focus your attention on that heart center and your breathing. Just be aware of every breath you take. Don't want you to do anything with it. I just want you to acknowledge your breathing. Acknowledge each breath you take in and each breath you take out. No need to control it, but just be aware of how gentle it is as you sit there. It doesn't have to do very much because you're not doing very much physically. It's just ticking over, and every breath you take, without you even realizing it, actually relaxes you more. As your body sinks deeper into the chair and you feel more and more comfortable, every breath you take relaxes you more. And that light that's within you, that heart center, now you can visualize it, you can imagine it moving out from the heart center, outwards towards the outer layer of your skin, through every fiber and every nerve of your body, moving right the way out to the outer limits of your body, to your skin, and beyond. And that light now shining all around you, like this is your aura, a glowing aura all around you. And I want you to acknowledge where you are, sitting in this room, on a chair. There are other people in the room, not disturbing you. This is a safe place. Nothing can disturb you here. And I just want you to acknowledge the safety of this place. And you now have around you an aura, a cloak if you like. It's like an armour. It protects you. It keeps you safe. And nothing can disturb you. And if there's anything that does disturb you, I'd just like you to convey to me what that is. Okay? Now I want you to use this acute focus of attention that you now have, and I want you to imagine that you can see me from where you're sitting. You have your eyes closed. You know I'm sitting in front of you. So you're not looking at my physical body. But I want you to look at the image of my presence in your mind's eye. And see if you can describe to me what you see.
I see your shoulders and your head in a red glow.
Mm-hmm.
You seem to have an aura around you that's glowing.
Okay, good. Move all the way down the body that you can see, and see if you can tell me if there are any changes in colour anywhere.
Yellow towards your midriff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe greens towards your legs.
Okay. Well, oh, good. Now what I want you to do now, Mike, is to imagine that you're sitting where I am, and you're going to look at your own body and your own aura. Okay? And I want you to tell me what you see.
It's kind of muddy.
Muddy, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Move down your face, down to your shoulders, your chest. Tell me
You
what.
see white and golds,
Okay, moving further down your body, lower body. Do you see anything?
reds, greens.
Okay. Let's move up to the top now, back up to that muddy area in the head. Yeah?
Kind of black and dark.
Okay. Does it have a voice? What do you think? Yes or no?
I think it does, but it's not saying anything.
Okay. Well, let me ask this energy if it would like to communicate with me. Yes or no? What are you getting?
Kind of fear.
A kind of fear
Yeah.
coming from this dark energy.
Yeah.
Okay, well let me try to allay the fears of the dark energy, because I don't want to cause it any harm. I want it to be free. So if this dark energy is trapped in some way, would it like to be freed from its fear?
Yes.
It would. Okay. Would you like to talk to me to help me free you from your fear? Yes. Okay. Do you have a name?
It's having a battle.
It's having a battle.
Yeah.
Who's it having a battle with?
With me.
Okay. Why is it having a battle with you? Does it know?
It does know.
Would it like to tell me?
I don't think it wants to go.
I'd like to know why it doesn't want to go. What's it afraid of? Is it afraid of something? Okay, now I want you, Mike, to be the mediator in this, okay? I don't want you to be affected by this in any way, okay? You are the medium that allows me to communicate with this energy form, okay? And I want you to help me release it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I need to understand what energy form this is and how I can help it. If it's having trouble, if it's having a battle with you, and it's got something to be afraid of, it wants to be released, then I'm here to help. Does it understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm going to ask this energy form to do is to look within itself and look for its own spark of light. Can it do that? What's it doing?
It's like a dark eye.
It's like a dark eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just watching. It does want to go.
It wants to go. Okay, so I want this energy form to look within itself and to see its own light. Can it see its own light? Is it looking? Does it find its own light?
It's just dark.
It's just dark. Yeah, go on.
It's just sat there. It's the light that's at the top of my head,
Okay.
but it's in a dark form. It's presenting a kind of eye that's watching. It's not saying anything.
Okay, now I don't want to spend too much time on this. I don't want to waste any valuable time that we have. So what I'm going to do is to ask our guides to intervene and move this dark energy form to a place that is appropriate for it to be. It may need to be educated, it may need to be confined, it may need to return from whence it came, but without information from it, we don't know what form it is. I will leave that to the guides, because they will know what to do with it. And I'd like you to tell me, Mike, when it's gone. Tell me what you see.
I feel tired.
You just feel tired, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you see? Is that energy form still there?
I think it's draining me.
Okay.
It's there, but it wants to leave.
Okay, well then, let's... Is there anything preventing it from leaving?
It's upset at leaving.
It's upset at leaving, is it?
It appears that way. It's like it wants to go, but it's not. It's kind of lingering. I can see beyond, in the gaps between it, there is light there as it tries to move away, but it's shrouded in a kind of dark light that is.
Okay. Now, I wonder if this is spirit of human form, human origin. Because if it's non-human origin, it doesn't belong with you at all. So I'm asking the guides just to gently ease it away from you. I'm asking the guides to disconnect this entity from you, to remove the connections, so that light can come in and repair the damage that it's left behind. And I want you to feel that light coming in.
It's going.
It's going. Good. And I don't want you to be drained of energy. I want the energy to come back into you. I want you to feel well. And if you feel any distress or any disturbance or any discomfort at all, I need you to tell me what it is you're experiencing, okay? And let me know when that dark energy's gone.
I'm kind of willing it to rise.
Can you speak a little bit louder for me?
I'm willing it to rise. It's going.
Okay.
Seems reluctant.
It seems reluctant.
It's going.
It's going. Good. Okay, good. Let it go. And I want you to now just remind yourself that you're sitting in the chair in this room with your feet on the floor. Okay, and I want you to bring all parts of your consciousness back to your heart center, back to this room, back into your body. And on the count of 3, you'll open your eyes and return to normal waking consciousness. 1, 2, 3. Eyes open, wide awake and feeling perfectly fine. How long did that take?
About 20 minutes. I think.
How many?
About 20.
20 minutes.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, 20 minutes. Goes fast, doesn't it? So what have we learned today? We've learned how to go into an altered state of consciousness.
I was aware though.
Of course you were aware. Of course you're aware.
Mm.
Or did you think you were going to go unconscious and not remember anything? This is the misperception
Okay.
about the altered state of consciousness. You don't lose consciousness at all. In fact, your consciousness is finely tuned and more acute.
Yeah, you do. You reach relaxed state, don't you?
Yeah. So you're in a physically relaxed state. You're in an emotionally relaxed state. And your mind is able to focus accurately on one thing and not be distracted.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what it's about. It's all about the focus of attention.
Okay.
So what you've learned today is how to go into an altered state of consciousness. You can call it hypnosis if you like, but you don't have to, because the very word hypnosis gives people false impressions of what it's about.
Okay.
So you've been in an altered state of consciousness where the focus of your attention is removed and dissociated from what's happening in this room. You've gone inside.
Okay.
All right? And you've been able to visualize putting a protection around you, a spiritual protection, and strengthening your aura.
That was the easy bit.
It's easy, yeah.
Doing that bit is negotiating what was going on up here.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Yeah,
Hard
yeah,
part.
because it's strange. It's new to you. It's a new experience, right?
Okay.
So what you've learned to do is how to put a spiritual protection around you, ground yourself to the planet, right, and protect yourself with your aura. And then you've been able to scan your own energy field and pick up something that doesn't belong.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't belong.
And that is very definite, isn't it, when you discover
yeah,
that? You go,
yeah,
"Oh, well, right? So you've learned how to do that for yourself, right?
Yeah.
And what we're doing here is to demonstrate for therapists and psychiatrists and practitioners how it's done.
Okay.
It's simple, isn't it?
Yes. It's simple getting into that state.
Yeah.
The difficulty is in, the gubbins, negotiating with the gubbins that you feel is...
Yeah.
That's the difficult part.
Yeah. Okay. So now we can do that. We can negotiate with them and enter into dialogue with them, or we can just say to the guides, deal with this.